Hello there, friends. It is Sunday, June 26, 2022, with our Sunday morning spread from Cards of Light, Bright Blessings of the Tarot. Brian Noe, glad to be with you again. Thanks for joining me this week for our four-card energy reading. And as usual, we have the four dimensions of life represented in this spread. We're using the Thoth deck again. And so here in the physical dimension of life, we have the Ten of Cups. Here in the social emotional dimension, we have the universe. In the mental dimension, the sun. And in the spiritual dimension, the Ace of Swords. So 2 pip cards and 2 trumps this time around. Let's take these one at a time. In the physical dimension, the Ten of Cups. And this is the card of they all lived happily ever after. And so I think that this is at least a moment's respite in the physical or financial realm. It could be that just gotten through some rocky financial issues of some sort and things are looking a little better now. Or it could be the resolution of some sort of health issue that has either just come about or is going to come about this week. And so although life always has other things to throw at us, in this case, I think whatever this particular issue was is not going to return. It's taken care of and resolved for good. So that's the way I would read this Ten of Cups in there. And lots of beautiful, strong cups energy in this card. Lots of warm hearts and that sort of thing. So maybe a cue to bask in that with the people who are closest to us in this coming week, and that will have a good impact on our financial and our physical health. Can't hurt in any case. Okay, over here in the social emotional realm, we have the universe. And this is the last of the majors. This is a card in other decks would sometimes be called the world. It's a card of completions, completing a cycle. I think I'm getting a sense, at least in this dimension, in the social emotional dimension, it's saying look at the big picture. Go beyond just the cares and things that are appearing to be problems or concerns in relationships with others or in our emotions at the moment. Step back and look at the big picture, and that will serve us well in the week to come. Up here in the mental dimension, we have the sun, and that card is pretty straightforward. It represents the light and warmth that sustains us all on this planet. And so we need to move toward the light this week. And in the mental dimension, for me, that means meditation, wisdom literature, doing what we can to find the light. And again, it's a good play off of what's going on over here. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the things that are truly lasting and not just what's going on at the moment. This last week has just hammered a bunch of us for a lot of reasons, but lots of people suffering from grief and anger and all kinds of negative stuff that's going on and it's not without cause. It's based on the material conditions of our lives, but we need to step back, especially when that's going on, and look at the big picture and open up and let the light in and share that light with others. And over here in the spiritual dimension, the Ace of Swords. This is the card of new ideas or sudden insights. Lots of times the answers are staring us right in the face, and we are sort of like, well, that can't be right, can it? Is that true? And so we question, and then we don't kind of follow our best selves toward the things that are good for us. And so this card is that flash of insight that says, yeah, look at this. You haven't looked at it from this perspective before, but here's your answer right here. A lot of times, the thing that we're seeking is seeking us. And so if we just open up and look for it with open hearts, open eyes, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah. So I would look for that. I would look for those occasions this week, or maybe a major insight of some sort in the spiritual dimension of our lives. And when we say spiritual, I mean we're really talking there about the things the meaning of our lives beyond getting up and making the coffee and going to work and that kind of stuff. The stuff that makes our lives worth living, the reasons that we're here. So look for some clarity with that this week. Overall, though, what a beautiful talk about cards of light. This spread is just, first of all, the cards are gorgeous. Every one of them unique, and every one of them excellent examples of Lady Harris art, which was what really first brought me to this deck. But also just the energy going on here is so positive and so beautiful. And it's hard to think about things that way sometimes when there is so much going on in the world that seems so horrible. But a lot of what informs our way forward is the ability to connect with the stuff that is meaningful and beautiful and positive and all of that, regardless of all of the stuff that's not. I know it's not easy, but there you go. So that is our Sunday morning spread for this week. I'd love to hear what you think. You can either leave comments here on the video or pop on out to the weblog at brightblessingstarot.com. I have turned comments on there again, with some limited exceptions. I'm trying to shut comments off on the posts that are getting slammed by Russian spammers. But otherwise, the comments are on at this point. So if you want to leave a comment there on the post for this video, you can as well, at least for the time being. And I'm also pretty easy to find as far as you can hit the contact button there and shoot me an email or find me out on Facebook or wherever. I hope that this finds you happy and healthy and safe on this Sunday morning. I'll be back, if everything goes well, on Thursday this week for our 3-card Thursday. In the meantime, take care of yourself.